by parent with a purpose? Isn't it obvious what a parent's purpose is?
Well, you might think so, but when I ask parents, they look a little stunned, like they hadn't really articulated it for themselves. I think we assume what we're supposed to be doing, but when you look at any other worthy enterprise, like a business or a sports team or a service organization, any group of people, they have a mission statement that is articulated, it's written, it's on the wall or it's on the website, they talk about it. But how many families do that? How many kids could say, oh, I know what my mom's purpose is? I don't see it as common knowledge. And the sad part about that for me is that, well, not only are we a little confused, both parents and children, about what we're up to, but we need that ballast. We need that guide for the inevitable ups and downs of daily family life, and to keep us, refocused and oriented on what we're really up to, because otherwise habits take over, life takes over, time is going quickly these days. What's going to keep us on course with what's truly important to us, what our values are? So we have exercises in our book, activities to help parents look at what are my values, what's important to me, what do I want my children to be like when they're, in 20 years, things like that, to help us really get down to some nugget that can help steer us in our parenting.
And is there an example of a family you worked with or a story?
That went through that process, you mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, most often in my workshops, the parents are really enjoying that. They're stunned, first of all, that they can't articulate to themselves. And then they look at their actions sometimes and they don't seem in alignment with what they really want, which is compassionate children, caring children. So I see a lot of clarity emerging from going through those activities for parents. And, we're big proponents. We really plead with parents to set aside time for family meetings, family evenings, where these sorts of things can be discussed. Like, what do we want in our family? What are the values that our family holds? And how can we demonstrate those? These seem like really meaningful and fun questions that in my experience, most families don't really get around to.
Yeah, it seems more like survival instead of really trying to figure out how to really make the best for a family and our family time together, because it does go by quickly.
It goes by very quickly. And going back to like the business model, how successful would a business be if they didn't have a bottom line and they didn't have their objectives clear? Because things happen in the course of a day that can shuffle things all around if you don't know where you're headed.
That sounds really helpful.
Yeah, it's honestly one of my most heartfelt tips for parenting is really carve out some time to have fun and really explore some of these questions with your kids. And I just know what a struggle it is for so many families who feel sort of like, how could I possibly have more time? Where am I going to get that time? So it's kind of back to priorities and seeing the value of that, I guess.